Hello students. So this year we have to learn three papers: MAT 301, MAT 302, and MAT 303. So I will teach MAT 302, that is the integral transform. So this paper carries 50 marks. So first chapter is Laplace transform. Now we see the definition of Laplace transform. Let f of t is a function. It is real function, real valued function, or complex valued function. If it is a real valued function, then value of f of t is equal to 0 for all t is less than 0, and here f of t is a real valued function in the range minus infinity to infinity. Therefore, if t is less than 0, then value of f of t is equal to 0. So definition of Laplace transform: if f of t is a real valued function, then Laplace transform of f of t is denoted by L of f of t, and it is defined as, or it is given by L of f of t is equal to integration going from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st into f of t dt. Here L is the Laplacian operator and S is the parameter. It is positive or negative, but we take always S is positive number. Instead of S, if you take another parameter P, then you have Laplace transform of f of t is equal to integration going from 0 to infinity e raised to minus pt into f of t dt. Here S is parameter and here P is the parameter. So this can be denoted as f of S, because S is the parameter and this is the f of P. Here P is parameter. So this is the definition of Laplace transform. Laplace transform of f of t exists if this integral is convergent for all values of t. Now we see some standard result or standard formula of Laplace transform. First formula: if f of t is equal to 1, then find Laplace transform of 1. Solution: we know the definition of Laplace transform, that is Laplace transform of f of t is equal to integration going from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st into f of t dt. Here we have taken S as the parameter. If f of t is equal to 1, then Laplace transform of 1 is equal to integration going from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st f of t is 1 and dt is equal to integration going from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st into dt. Integration is with respect to t. S is the parameter, therefore is equal to, so what is this integration of e raised to minus st? E raised to minus st upon minus s. Upper limit is infinity and lower limit is 0. So this can be written as minus 1 upon s into limit of e raised to minus st as t tends to infinity. Upper limit minus upper integral minus lower integral. by using fundamental theorem of algebra. Limit as t tends to 0 of e raised to minus st. E raised to minus st can be written as 1 upon e raised to st, and as t tends to infinity, 1 upon e raised to infinity. E raised to infinity means 0, and 1 upon 1 upon e raised to infinity means infinity. 1 upon infinity means 0. So this value become 0. And e raised to minus st, 1 upon e raised to st. T is equal to 0. 1 upon e raised to 0. E raised to 0 means 1. 1 upon 1 means 1. So is equal to minus 1 upon s into 0 minus 1. So is equal to 1 upon s. Therefore, Laplace transform of 1 is equal to 1 upon s. Here s is the parameter. Instead of s, if you take the parameter p, then Laplace transform of 1 is equal to 1 upon p. So next formula. Second, if f of t is equal to any algebraic function t raised to n, here t is the variable. Instead of t, if you take x, then x raised to n. T raised to n, then find Laplace transform of t raised to n. Here n is greater than 0 or n is positive. Solution. Again by definition of Laplace transform of f of t is equal to integration going from 0 to infinity of e raised to minus st into f of t dt. Here f of t is equal to t raised to n. Then Laplace transform of t raised to n is equal to integration of e raised to minus st into f of t. F of t means t raised to n into dt. Now we have to solve this integration. Now here put st is equal to suppose x. Lower integral is 0. If t is equal to 0, x is equal to 0. If t is equal to infinity, x is equal to infinity. There is no change in upper limit and lower limit, or lower upper integral and lower integral. Therefore, here t is equal to x upon s, and here s is a parameter, it is constant. S into 1 is equal to dx by dt, or x into dt is equal to dx, but you need dt. Therefore, dt is equal to dx by s. Therefore, Laplace transform of t raised to n is equal to integration going from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st. So st means x, e raised to minus x into t raised to n. T is equal to x upon s. X upon s raised to n, and value of dt means dx by s. So this can be written as again is equal to integration going from 0 to infinity e raised to minus x raised to n upon s raised to n into dx by s. 1 upon s raised to n into 1 upon s raised to n plus 1. Therefore this can be written as 1 upon s raised to n plus 1, because s is the parameter. Integration going from 0 to infinity e raised to minus x into x raised to n into dx. But what is integration of e raised to minus x into x raised to n? So if n is greater than 0, then you know the gamma function. So we know that if n is greater than 0, then gamma of n is equal to, so symbol of this gamma of n is equal to integration going from 0 to infinity e raised to minus x into x raised to n minus 1 dx. Now here you have 0 to infinity e raised to minus x raised to n, but here x raised to n minus 1 gamma of n. Therefore this total become, this is the gamma of n plus 1. Therefore I will write here, therefore Laplace transform of t raised to n is equal to this state 1 upon s raised to n plus 1 integration going from 0 to infinity e raised to minus x and x raised to here n. So what you write? X raised to n. So you add and subtract 1. X raised to n plus 1 minus 1. Isn't it? N plus 1 minus 1 and integration is with respect to x dx. So here x raised to n minus 1 means gamma of n is equal to this. So what is this term? This is the gamma of n plus 1. So is equal to 1 upon s raised to n plus 1 into gamma of n plus 1. And also you know that gamma of n plus 1 is the factorial n. So this can be written as factorial n upon s raised to n plus 1. Factorial n means n into n minus 1, n minus 2, up to the, there are so many terms, up to the 3 into 2 into 1. Therefore, Laplace transform of t raised to n is equal to factorial n or n factorial upon s raised to n plus 1. So, this is the Laplace transform of t raised to n by using the definition of Laplace transform. Now next we say, if f of t is equal to e raised to at, a is constant, f of t is equal to a raised to at, then find Laplace transform of e raised to at. Solution. Again by definition of Laplace transform, we have Laplace transform of f of t is equal to integration going from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st into f of t dt. Here what is f of t? F of t is equal to e raised to at. Here f of t is equal to e raised to at. Therefore, Laplace transform of e raised to at is equal to integration going from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st and f of t means e raised to at into dt. So this can be written as is equal to integration going from 0 to infinity e raised to, you take minus common, minus here yes minus a into t into dt, that is e raised to minus st minus minus plus at. So here s is parameter, a is constant, s minus a is again constant. Therefore, integration of this is equal to 1 upon s minus a So what is its integration? E raised to minus s minus a into t upon 1 minus s. Sorry, minus s minus a. Upper limit is t tends to infinity and lower limit is t tends to 0. So this can be written as minus 1 upon s minus a into limit as t tends to infinity of e raised to minus s minus a into t minus lower limit as t tends to 0 of e raised to minus s minus a into t. Again, e raised to minus s minus a into t can be written as 1 upon e raised to s minus a into t. T tends to infinity, e raised to infinity means infinity. 1 upon infinity means again 0. Again here 1 upon e raised to 0. E raised to 0 means 1 and 1 upon 1 means 1. So is equal to minus 1 upon s minus a into this is 0 minus 1. Therefore minus minus plus, so is equal to 1 upon s minus a. So this is the Laplace transform of e raised to at. Thus Laplace transform of e raised to at is equal to 1 upon s minus a. Similarly, we show that Laplace transform of e raised to minus at. Here minus at, here in this way you proceed. Then similarly we get Laplace transform of e raised to minus at is equal to 1 upon, instead of s minus a, s plus a, because here plus 1 upon s plus a, here plus, here minus, here plus. So these are two standard formula of Laplace transform of e raised to at and e raised to minus at. Next formula, if f of t is equal to sin hat, then find Laplace transform of sin hat. H means hyperbolic sin at, hyperbolic sin at. And similarly, if f of t is equal to cos hat, then find Laplace transform of hyperbolic cos at or cos hat. Solution of first. Again, by definition of Laplace transform, we have Laplace transform of f of t is equal to integration going from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st into f of t dt. You apply this formula, or since we know that using this formula you also get its Laplace transform, or by another way we know that sin hat is equal to e raised to at minus e raised to minus at upon 2, and cos hat is equal to e raised to at plus e raised to minus at upon 2. Laplace transform is a linear transformation. Therefore, you can, using this, also you get the Laplace transform of sin hat. Here, Laplace transform of sin h at is equal to Laplace transform of this right side e raised to at minus e raised to minus at upon 2. Laplace transform is a linear transformation. So this can be written as 1 by 2 into Laplace transform of at minus Laplace transform of e raised to at, not at, e raised to at minus Laplace transform of e raised to minus at. Already you have seen that Laplace transform of e raised to at is equal to 1 upon s minus a, and Laplace transform of e raised to minus at is 1 upon s plus e. Therefore, this can be written as 1 by 2 into, this is the 1 upon s minus a, then minus 1 upon s plus e. Laplace transform of e raised to minus a is 1 upon s plus e. Then this can be written as 1 by 2 into, so LCM is s minus a into s plus a. Therefore s minus a cancel, s plus a. Then minus s plus a cancel, s minus a. So this can be written as is equal to, or I'll write here 1 by 2 s plus a minus s minus minus plus a upon s minus a into s plus a can be written as s square minus a square, s square minus a square. Here plus s minus s cancel, and a plus a is 2a. So is equal to 2a upon this 2 into s square minus a square. Therefore again 2 to cancel. So remaining is a upon s square minus a square. So this is the Laplace transform of sin h at. A is any constant. A upon s square minus a square. So this is the Laplace transform of hyperbolic sin it. Similarly, we see the Laplace transform of cos h at. Instead of sin h t, you take cos h at is equal to, here e raised to at plus e raised to minus at upon 2. So is equal to 1 by 2 Laplace transform of e raised to t instead of minus plus Laplace transform of e raised to minus at. Again here Laplace transform of e raised to at is 1 upon s minus a, and here plus 1 upon Laplace transform of e raised to minus at 1 upon s plus a. 1 by 2 is equal to this. Again LCM is s minus a, s plus a. Again s minus a cancel, so s plus a instead of minus, here plus, s plus a cancel, s minus a. Therefore minus a plus a cancel, then you get s plus s means 2s. Therefore 2s upon s square minus a square. Again here 2 to cancel is equal to 2s upon 2 into s square minus a square. 2 to cancel, therefore s upon s square minus a square. Therefore s upon s square minus a square. So this is the Laplace transform of cos h at. So you remember Laplace transform of sin h at is equal to a upon a square minus a square, and Laplace transform of cos h at is equal to s upon a square minus a square. If you take the parameter p, you replace s by p. Now using these examples, we see one using this standard formula. We see one example. Find Laplace transform of one plus 3t square 3t plus t raised to 5 plus 3 into sin x 4t plus 5 into cos ht. Solution. Now you know that Laplace transform is a linear transformation. Therefore, Laplace transform of 1 plus 3t plus t raised to 5 plus 3 into sin h 4t plus 5 into cos ht. So this can be written as is equal to Laplace transform of 1 plus 3 into Laplace transform of t plus Laplace transform of t raised to 5 plus 3 into Laplace transform of sin h 4t, then plus 5 into Laplace transform of cos ht. So already we have seen the formula. So therefore Laplace transform of 1 is equal to 1 upon s. We have taken the parameter s is equal to 3 into Laplace transform of t. Now you know the formula. Laplace transform of t raised to n is equal to factorial n upon s raised to n plus 1. Here t raised to 1. 1 is n. Therefore factorial 1 upon s raised to n is 1. 1 plus 1. Then plus n is 5, factorial 5 upon s raised to 5 plus 1, then plus 3 into sin h 4t. And you know that Laplace transform of sin h at, Laplace transform of sin h at is equal to, what is that formula? A upon s square minus a square, and Laplace transform of cos h at is equal to s upon s square minus a square. Using these two formulas, 3 into sin h 4t, a means 4, 4 upon s square minus 4 square, then plus 5 into cos h at is equal to s upon s square minus a square. A means here 1. Therefore 5 into s upon s square minus 1 square cos h at. So is equal to, not here is equal to, here plus 1 upon s plus factorial 1 is 1, 3 upon s raised to 2 plus factorial 5 means 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, or keep as it is. Factorial 5 upon s raised to 5 plus 1 means s raised to 6, then plus 3 into 4, 12 upon s square minus 4 square, or you can write s square minus 4 square means 16, then plus 5s upon s square minus 1. So this is the Laplace transform of given function. So in this way you apply the standard formula and we solve the examples. Next lecture we see the first shifting theorem and examples on first shifting theorem of Laplace transform. Thank you.